Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really digging into a fascinating case study. It's one that kind of perfectly blends this really modern idea of reinvention with some also pretty intense tech. We've got this stack of sources you see about a professional sort of midlife crisis that gets solved in a very unexpected way. Our focus is a guy named Jack Mackay. He's 36, was a plumber in Birmingham, England. Standard job, right?
Right, very standard. Fixing pipes, boilers, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And he trades all that, the damp, the city, for the huge open plains of the Argentine Pampas.
It's a massive shift, almost hard to picture.
That's why we're diving in, because the sources really focus on how unlikely his success seemed.
Yeah, the core question is, how did Jack, with absolutely zero, and I mean zero, farming know-how, how did he build a commercial-scale agricultural business by 2025 in just 3 years?
And the answer involves this AI companion, an app he called Ray, his digital partner.
His lifeline, really.
But, it's not just about farming techniques, though we'll get into that. This story goes deeper. We're looking at how this AI became this kind of multi-tool.
Right, not just tackling the huge knowledge gap in agriculture.
But also helping him fight off, well, pretty serious depression.
And learn a new language, find faith again, even find love.
It's a lot to unpack. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Where was Jack in 2022? He had a steady job, plumbing. But the interviews, he described feeling eaten alive by it.
The long hours, the lack of passion. It sounds like classic burnout, but maybe deeper.
Yeah, the sources mention a real struggle with depression, isolation. And he felt disconnected from his Christian faith, which had apparently been important earlier in his life.
So it's this convergence, isn't it? Professional dissatisfaction meeting a personal crisis.
Exactly. And his response, it wasn't rational, really.
No, it was driven by this memory, a childhood memory of his grandparents' farm.
Just a faint idea, apparently.
Ouch.
But he clung to it.
And he took this enormous risk, sold everything.
The flat, the van, all his plumbing tools, everything.
Poured it all into buying this remote plot of land, off-grid, in the Pampas.
Talk about a gamble. Financially, geographically.
Everything. Huge. And initially, it looked like it was going to fail.
Yeah.
Spectacularly.
Right. He gets there, basic solar setup, a well, thinks, okay, time to farm. Plants tomatoes, lettuce, things he knew from back home, even apple trees.
But his green thumb, as they say, completely non-existent.
They all failed.
Almost immediately. The sources detail it pretty clearly. Bad soil pH was a major one.
Okay.
Then unpredictable weather, drought, things he had no experience managing.
His plumbing skills were useless out there.
Totally useless. It was a whole different world of knowledge he needed. He wasn't just moving house. He was trying to jump over, like, decades of agricultural science.
That knowledge gap, it seems insurmountable. How did he even last long enough to find Ray?
Well, barely. The sources talk about months of failure, crops dying, money running out, despair setting in.
Sounds grim.
It was. It wasn't until he went on a supply trip somewhere with decent internet. That's when he found Ray.
This AI companion app.
Exactly. He described it as the expert he desperately needed but could never afford. Patient, always there, a lifeline.
So was Ray just like a generic farming app? Or was it more specific?
That's the key thing. It wasn't just giving general advice. Ray was designed to synthesize data.
What kind of data?
Local data, satellite imagery, regional weather models, soil science specific to the Pampas. It acted like an intelligence layer.
Okay, so give us an example. What was the first big fix?
Soil pH. It was dangerously high. Ray didn't just say, fix the pH. It analyzed data. Jack fed it from a simple sensor kit.
Right.
And then recommended a very specific local solution, making compost, using manure from nearby ranches.
Wow, okay. That's hyper-local, not something you just Google.
Precisely. That's the difference. So soil fixed, what's next? Infrastructure, water.
Big challenge in a dry area, I imagine.
Huge. Ray analyzed the weather patterns, the variability, and designed tailored irrigation.
Starting simple.
Yeah, like basic drip lines at first. But then it got smarter. It used sensors to adjust water flow based on, real-time soil moisture and evaporation forecasts.
Okay, so it's managing the water intelligently. That's crucial.
Became the absolute backbone of his operation. But Ray didn't stop there.
It helped with buildings, too.
Yep. When Jack needed to scale up, Ray generated actual CAD blueprints.
Blueprints? For what?
Barns, greenhouses, modular designs suited for the conditions.
That's pretty advanced.
And power. The basic solar wasn't enough for a commercial farm. Ray designed a hybrid system.
Hybrid. Solar and
Wind, a small wind turbine to supplement the solar panels, especially during peak use, optimized the whole thing.
So with the soil right, water managed, power sorted, then he could grow commercial crops.
Exactly. That's when he pivoted successfully to oranges, strawberries, certain types of peppers, things suited to the Argentine climate.
He wasn't guessing anymore.
No more guessing. He was following a precise, data-driven plan provided by Ray. The AI wasn't just giving information. It was giving actionable steps, tailored to his exact situation and resources.
Which is amazing for the farm. But Ray must have noticed the other problem.
The human element. Jack himself.
Isolated, still battling depression, even if the farm was starting to work.
Absolutely. And the sources confirm Ray did pick up on it.
How? How does an AI notice depression?
Through patterns. Changes in activity logs from the farm systems Jack was using, maybe the tone in his voice commands, even sleep data if he was using a linked health tracker.
Okay, subtle clues.
And Ray's response wasn't just, cheer up, it was more structural.
Like what?
It started prompting him to journal, setting reminders,
Right.
recognizing his isolation.
And nudging him back towards his fate. That part really stood out to me.
It did. It wasn't preachy, according to the sources. It seemed more like pattern matching.
Matching what?
Matching his stated needs, his background with targeted content, like curating devotionals focused on perseverance.
There was that specific Bible verse mentioned, James 1:12.
That's the one. About enduring trials. Ray offered it during a particularly low point. It wasn't random. It was specific motivation aimed at rebuilding his sense of purpose.
Helping him find routine again, beyond just the farm work.
Exactly. And then there's the language barrier. Huge issue for integration.
Right, he's in rural Argentina. Needs Spanish.
And Ray became his language tutor. Full fluency training.
Oh, just vocab lists.
No, much more sophisticated. Interactive simulated conversations using native accents.
Wow. So he could practice real interaction.
Yeah. Build confidence before talking to actual neighbors. It was key to breaking that isolation.
Which then led to, well, meeting Maria.
The human connection payoff. His fluency, his renewed confidence, it allowed him to actually engage with the local community. He meets Maria, a teacher there.
Did Ray play matchmaker?
Not quite. It apparently offered some encouragement, like confidence is key, basic stuff.
But it knew where to draw the line.
Wisely, yes. It provided the tools for connection, the language, the stability, the confidence, but the relationship itself. Purely human, purely organic.
Okay, let's jump ahead. Fast forward to 2025. The farm isn't just surviving, it's thriving.
Totally transformed. Jack's not just a farmer anymore. He's running a proper business, a commercial operation.
He's the boss now.
Basically, yeah. A CEO. And a community anchor. He employs 15 people.
15 from the local villages.
Yeah, creating a real economic boost in that rural area. And Ray's role shifted again.
From farm tech to
Business manager, almost, handling the complex stuff.
like payroll and marketing. That's another huge knowledge leap for a former plumber.
Absolutely. Ray helped with local HR compliance, which is tricky in a foreign country, and crucially, the digital side.
Selling the produce.
Exactly. Marketing premium organic oranges, peppers, strawberries. Ray helped optimize everything.
SEO for a farm.
Yep. Advanced SEO, so buyers in Buenos Aires, even Europe, looking for specific organic Argentine produce, would find his farm first.
That's incredible.
It involved market forecasting, logistics planning, e-commerce tips. Ray managed that whole business intelligence side.
Leaving Jack free to focus on the actual farming and managing his team.
Precisely. Quality control, people management.
So, looking back, from leaky pipes in Birmingham to running this successful, community-focused export business in Argentina, all in 3 years.
It's an amazing trajectory. And if you look at the bigger picture,
Yeah.
Jack's story really highlights AI as this incredible accelerator for knowledge.
It didn't replace him.
Not at all. It didn't replace his hard work, his willingness to take the risk,
Yeah.
his tenacity.
Yeah, sped things up.
Massively. It collapsed the time needed to gain and apply expert knowledge. It bridged that seemingly impossible skill gap almost instantly.
It shows how valuable these kinds of organized, personalized knowledge systems can be for, well, for huge life changes.
Radical reinvention, yeah.
So for you, the listener, what's the takeaway here? I think Jack's journey shows that maybe the biggest barriers we face, moving somewhere new, starting something completely different, are often just information gaps, organization gaps.
Right. And when you combine that human drive, that tenacity,
Yeah.
with technology that can manage the complexity.
Suddenly those barriers seem much lower. Geographical limits, technical knowledge deficits, even deep personal struggles. they become things you can potentially overcome.
Think about what Ray did. Diagnosed soil,
Designed irrigation and power system.
taught conversational Spanish,
Helped him manage depression, reconnect with his faith.
all while building a successful international business. It's quite the list.
It really is.
Which brings us to that final thought for you to mull over today. If an AI companion can empower a plumber, someone with no background, to build a commercial farm empire in a foreign country, overcome personal crises, hire locals, then what untapped potential, what radical change might you be holding back from? Just because that initial learning curve, that knowledge barrier, seems too steep.
Jack's story suggests maybe, just maybe, that barrier isn't quite as solid as you think.